Before I pass it over to our Hilltop staff, I'd like to acknowledge and appreciate some of our district staff that are here. Please feel free to stand or raise your hand so we can acknowledge you. Dr. Vincent Matthews, Superintendent of SF Unified. Hydro Mendoza McDonald, Advisor on Education and Family Services, Office of the Mayor. Bill Sanderson, Assistant Superintendent of High Schools. Elise Castro, Executive Director for Alternative Schools. Ruth Hammonds, Founder and former Hilltop teacher. Brian Lee, former Hilltop principal. Mark Sanchez, Commissioner of the Board of Ed. And I am Elisa Villafuerte, the principal of Hilltop. Now I'm going to pass the mic to Pat Kean and Linda Raskin.
Ladies and gentlemen, may the graduating class please sit. They've earned it. Before we go on with the actual program, what we need to do first is give a very big thanks and congratulations to the people who put together that incredible slideshow that you're hearing and seeing before the program starts, under the direction of our incredible media arts teacher, Joe Alter, Miss Serena Cisneros. Thank you, Miss V. We are here to welcome everyone to the celebration of the class of 2017. Extremely important that we do give them our full attention. So the very first thing Brava Theater has asked us to do, please silence your cell and no texting during this event. These young women and men on stage are more important than anything that's on the outside world right now. We want to give them their full attention. So please silence and no texting your cell phones. Please take a note of all the exit signs. The Brava Theater has asked us to be sure that with the children and strollers that we're aware of all the exit signs to exit the theater comfortably. And without any further ado, we are going to go on because this entire ceremony will focus on the voice of the young people themselves. I'd like to start out with a welcome to exemplary students of Hilltop High School, Guadalupe Flores and Mary Carmen.
Muy buenos días. Es un placer darle la bienvenida a todos ustedes, consejeros, maestros, estudiantes, familiares y especialmente a todos los bebés de Hilltop. Espero disfruten este bello momento, el cual es único y especial para todas nosotras. Hemos esperado esto por varios meses y con muchas ansias, y no puedo creer que este día finalmente llegó. Muchas gracias por celebrar este logro con todas nosotras.
Good morning. As Guadalupe said, it is a pleasure for us to welcome all of you, counselors, teachers, students, family, and especially the babies of Hilltop. I hope you enjoy this beautiful moment, which is unique and special for all of us. We have been waiting anxiously for this day for several months, and I can't believe this day has finally arrived. Thank you very much for celebrating this achievement with us.
Hilltop is one of the SFUSD alternative schools, and it's unique in its mission. The Hilltop School has a very fantastic, dedicated staff. We thank all the teachers and support staff. We won't name them all right now, but know that they have been in our corner and the students' corner all along. The goal of the school is to support and encourage students to complete the requirements for a high school diploma while parenting an infant or toddler. To be a good mother is a monumental task at any age, and often harsh judgment cast upon the students of Hilltop School. As a group, they have heard bitter indictments. You'll never be anything anymore. They've heard the whispers behind their backs and the crude comments while riding Muni every morning. The group you see before you has endured a lot of criticism. The staff of Hilltop would like to request others not to prejudge these students, but rather, as MLK reminds us, judge them on the content of their character. Each of the young people you see before you have experienced great hardship, great heartbreak, and have had to battle the odds just to stay in school. They are determined to raise their child with dignity. They are determined to make a better life for themselves and their baby. They are determined to contribute to society because the love for their child has filled them with this sincere motivation. It is a tough station sometimes at work and at school for the students and staff alike. There's a lot of sorrow, but there is joy and continued hope.
Buenos días, damas, caballeros, familiares y distinguidos invitados. Bienvenidos a la graduación de Hilltop High School 2017. Antes de continuar con el programa, tenemos dos anuncios importantes. Las salidas de emergencia están al lado derecho e izquierdo del teatro. Por favor, de apagar o poner en vibración sus teléfonos celulares durante la ceremonia. Gracias. Nosotros estamos alegres y orgullosos, como lo están ustedes de estas jóvenes que están sentadas aquí en el escenario. Nuestra meta es ayudar a los estudiantes para completar todos los requisitos para obtener la diploma de high school. Después de un trabajo duro y noches sin dormir, ellas han conseguido su primera meta de muchas, la diploma de high school. Felicidades a todas y también felicidades a los familiares por el amor y apoyo que ustedes les han dado. Queremos dar las gracias y agradecemos al personal de Brava Theater. Ellas siempre nos han brindado la oportunidad de celebrar las graduaciones desde el 2002. Y también muchas gracias a Carol Anderson por ayudarnos con las graduaciones de muchos años. Y yo personalmente agradezco mucho. I'd like to take this opportunity and time to thank the entire staff of the Brava Theater. Who've always been gracious and supportive in allowing Hilltop School to host our graduation ceremony, again for the 15th year, since 2002. I'd also like to give a special shout out to Carol Anderson, who's sitting up there in the tech area, who for many years was instrumental in assisting us with securing this beautiful venue. Thank you again, Brava Theater. Muchas gracias y disfruten del programa.
Together, all of Hilltop would like to thank the families, the mothers, the dads, the grandmothers, all the loved ones who was there to give support to the people that you see on stage today, because we had to do it together. Hilltop is lucky to stand on the shoulders of some other great San Francisco Unified greats like Ruth Hammonds, Bob Fagoni, Brian Lee, who taught us the way, who showed us the way to embrace a community. This work is not done in isolation, with San Francisco Unified alone. Since 1968, Hilltop stands with our partner program, Felton Institute, which was formerly known as Family Service Agency. That has provided social services in San Francisco for over 120 years. The Children, Youth, and Division Family Director, Johanna Quiros, and TAP Program Director, Rosara Diaz, contribute to the success of the mission of our school. Felton partners provide comprehensive assistance to the families, young families, including case management, parenting classes, GED courses, child care services. This holistic approach is a strength of the San Francisco County Schools. I need to give a big shout out to all the Felton staff, every one of them, especially will mention Charisse, Ebony, and all the ladies of the Rainbow Room. You always have 100% to all the TAP staff that worked tirelessly for hours, hand making the sashes that you see, the 2017 graduation. For the small teaching staff, we don't actually have a flourishing art program, but we partner with other programs. At this time, we'd like to acknowledge Tristan Cunningham, the American Conservatory Theater teaching artist, who worked with Hilltop students to create a culminating performance entitled Strength of a Mother back in April. Tristan engages and inspires the young women at Hilltop to have their voices heard. We appreciate ACT for bringing creative expression to our school. Please stand, Tristan. Are you there? But as promised, we will stop talking and let the young people do the talking. At this time, I would like to call up a former Burton High School student who has a strong GPA, was recruited to continue to play sports with Burton High School. Laika is well known and well respected. Laika Manley.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Laika Manlangit, and I am a proud member of the class of 2017. I am honored to have this opportunity to talk to you. Thank you for making the time to come to celebrate our graduation with us. Becoming a teen mother was a choice we made. Continuing to go to school and graduate is the path we chose. This path felt like a never-ending bumpy road that seemed longer and longer the closer we got to our destination. It made us cry, stressed out, go back, or even quit. But you, my classmates, and I are resilient. I remember around the end of April, we had this class talk in fourth period with Miss Zamboli and Miss Chong. We needed to make sure senior year was we had this class talk in fourth period with Ms. Zamboli and Ms. Chong. Our senior year was almost done, and we needed to make sure we were all on track to graduate. Ms. Chong asked us, "Is your baby your motivation or your crutch?" Let me rephrase that. Are our babies our reason to keep going or an excuse to slow down or even give up? I really thought about this question, and it woke me up. Like, oh shoot, I'm not gonna lie. There were times when Jaden may have been my crutch during these past 2 years at Hilltop, but not anymore. People change, right? Jaden is my motivation. He really is, and he always has been, even if I didn't always act on that motivation in the best way. I'm going to remember that question from Miss Charmaine and use it to push me in college. I will never use my child. He is my greatest inspiration. I can and will do anything for him. We have all had those mornings where we thought about not going to school and telling ourselves, I won't miss much. We don't have a lot of work anyway. Hilltop will let me pass. And maybe that has been true. There were times when Hilltop has been my crush, but should have been my motivation. But no more. I will embrace every opportunity to learn, to work, and to play in the future. And you can do it too. Get yourself up, pack your baby's things, grab your school stuff, and go to school. No one will say this to us because we need to say it to ourselves. We became adults when we chose to be mothers. We decide. I want to thank my parents, my sister Rika, my auntie Andy, because they taught me by example to get back up when hardships pushed me down. I will not be here if it weren't for their full support in my decision to be a teen mom at 16. Of course they were shocked. I remember when my dad found out I was pregnant. He told me that I was going to continue this pregnancy and they were going to support me. That gave me strength, and I wasn't going to go through this without them. I also want to thank my better half, Hernan, because he also gave me full support in all of this. He was so excited when we got pregnant, and I wasn't. But like I said, he is my better half. He showed me that we can do it. That if I wasn't going to get any support from anyone else, he was. I thought it was just sweet talk, but 3 years later, he's still my loving and caring boyfriend. These people were on the sidelines cheering for me to keep going. I also want to thank Hilltop staff, TAP, and daycare. I want to thank the Rainbow Room because if it weren't for their full support and making me feel safe that my son is happy and playing and I'm here studying, thank you guys. TAP provided so many resources and all I had to do was walk right next door and ask. Hilltop is a big part of why I'm graduating. It's a school best fit for our situation, and I can't thank them enough for a great school that accommodates free daycare. Hilltop was an environment I felt very comfortable in because all the teachers and other staff know what we're going through and give us full support no matter what. But we shouldn't stop our journey here though. Let's continue our path to success no matter what. We have more to show. This might feel like we're done, but this is just the beginning. College is our next path of a long, exhausting path that will make us want to cry, go back, stress out, or even quit. But we will keep going. I am so thankful for my child. We are all thankful for our children. They showed us to just be happy. They don't know what stressful is like, so when we're in that mood, they change that. Our children comforts us. They make us laugh with the new words they learn, good or bad. It's cute. They empower us because we see that there's someone counting on us. Congratulations, class of 2017, we did it. We decided to cross the stage, we did it.
We will continue to go with student reflection and call to the stage Luz Aranda.
Hello, I'm Luz Aranda, and this is my poem, Homecoming to Be Roses. It's been a long year where some days turn gray, and the road we travel seems never ending. We all have helped each other grow, from the little girl of yesterday to the young woman we have become. with little things. Encouraging words, late night phone calls, reminders, watching our kids while doing work or going to the bathroom. Hemos compartido momentos de alegría, tristeza, enojamiento, frustramiento y cansancio. Luchamos día con día para llegar aquí. No somos cualquier madre, cualquier jovencita. Somos madres luchadoras que por nuestros hijos hemos y seguiremos luchando. That little girl of yesterday that didn't know what a struggle was, that didn't know how good she had it until it was her turn to watch over a small little human being, her own kid. Never did we knew that it would be hard, but it would be all worth it. Para darle lo mejor a nuestros hijos, para hacerles saber que sin importar que éramos madres jóvenes, llegamos hasta donde estamos hoy en día. We made it to the end, and with a new beginning. Our kids were our motivation, and we did all of this for them. We have made a beautiful garden full of gorgeous blooming flowers. Water the roses of our garden every day of your life. Thank you.
The next student I'm going to call to stage, this student is the definition of perseverance and character. Lizette has proven her intelligence, her dedication to a good future, and her great love for her son, Christopher. Lizette Gonzalez.
Thank you to all of you coming here to our graduation and support us today. It is great to see this theater full of people. My name is Lizette Gonzalez, and I'm happy to see all of us here on this stage. 3 years ago, no one man had expected me on this stage. I was not going to school. It might take longer than you expect, but everything is possible. When I really started thinking about Christopher, my son, and thinking about what it would mean for both of us to go to school, I realized that it is very important for me to continue my education so that my son can go farther than me. So it might take me 3 years more, 5 years more than other people. I don't know. But I'm positive that I'm going to finish my education to start my career so that I can make him proud of me. I want to become a nurse midwife because I would like to help women to have their babies. And maybe one day I can even help other teenagers. That is really my dream, to help other teens to bring their healthy babies into the world, and maybe inspiring them to follow in my footsteps and finish school, finish their career. Christopher is my motivation. Thank you, Christopher. Without you, I might not be here today. Le doy gracias a mis padres por traerme a este país para tener un mejor futuro. Yo sé que no va a ser fácil, especialmente por ser inmigrante. Quizás me dure más de lo que he pensado, pero ten por seguro que terminaré mis estudios y lograré mi sueño de ser una midwife. Solo tengo una cosa que decirles, especialmente a todas mis compañeras acá, y es nunca te des por vencida. Gracias a mi familia que vino hoy a acompañarme, a mi mamá, a mi papá, mi hermana, mis tíos, mi pareja Jesús y especialmente a mi hijo Christopher. Gracias por apoyarme. Congratulations, class of 2017.
Thank you, Lizette. Lizette brings up a good point to not forget to mention that Hilltop also works with another incredible partnership, and that is the Public Health Nurses of San Francisco and a program known as Nurse Family Partnership. They do the other component of young women and men becoming young parents that we as educators maybe don't have expertise in. They come and they visit the students at the school. They actually also do home visits. They do wraparound service for them, and a lot of the young nurses who come are bilingual, bicultural, and they offer more or less almost a mentorship to many of the students. So we really want to thank Nurse Family Partnership. we are sailing along right to the part of the program that is our keynote speaker. Our keynote speaker for 2017 is Johanna Quiros. There's a written biography of Johanna in your program, and yet words alone fail us when communicating how essential this leader is to our Hilltop community. The most effective community partnerships happen when leaders truly believe in the mission, the heart, the struggle that's involved in the program. As you will see, Johanna is well prepared to represent her own journey. But for me to acclaim, this is a person of great distinction, and it's been my honor to know her and work with her. Johanna Quiros.
Good morning. So we're going to get started with the video that I did back in 2014 about my journey.
You came to this country full of dreams. You raised us with many sacrifices, some of which as a child I did not understand. My childhood was not easy. Growing up in a neighborhood where gangs, violence, and alcohol were always present was very difficult. At 16, I had a human being growing inside me. I knew that I would have to face the consequences of my actions and tell you my reality. I was nervous. My hands were sweating, shaking, and my heart was pumping at 1,000 miles an hour. With tears in my eyes, my first words were, I know that I have disappointed you, but I promise I will not disappoint you anymore. That was the moment of no return. I knew that my new reality would bring many difficulties in my life, but I did not let them daunt my dreams as a young mom. Now I realize that that moment, which I consider one of the most difficult in my life, is one I always use as a reminder that I can overcome my struggles and to push myself harder in all aspects of my life. When my daughter was born, I felt insecure because I didn't feel prepared and didn't know if I could provide what she deserved. At that moment, I knew that I would have to work hard to be a good example to her and to set a good foundation so that we could both have a successful life. Take advantage of the opportunities that this country offers. You can reach all your goals, is what my mom always says. Although my biggest fear is failure, it has not prevailed in my ability to take control of my life and take risk. I constantly remind myself of my fears and draw on my personal experiences to rise to the expectations. Mommy, you've been my motor, and my daughters are my drive and inspiration.
Good morning, graduates, San Francisco Unified School District administrators, staff, family, friends, and community members. My name is Johanna Quiros. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Hilltop staff for allowing me to be part of these keynote speakers for this year's graduation. It is an honor and privilege to stand here today celebrating this milestone with you, your families, friends, and the community-based organizations that supported you to reach this goal. Wow, what an accomplishment. You probably have a mix of emotions and are feeling extremely proud. You should. earning this high school diploma today was probably not easy. In order to reach this milestone, you worked hard, looked for each other for encouragement, juggled your schedules, had sleepless nights, took care of your child, multitasked, prioritized, problem solved, and most importantly, you had determination. Your family, significant other, friends, peers, teachers, and other support system all played a key role in supporting you through this journey. As you can see in my video, I too was a young mom. In 1997, I graduated from Hilltop. Right now, I'm reliving that moment when I received my high school diploma with my 10-month-old daughter in my arms. As a matter of fact, it was 20 years ago that I sat exactly where you're sitting today. Go class of '97. A little bit about my own journey of resiliency. Driven by the dire economic conditions in our home country, Honduras, in the late 1970s, my parents decided to make one of the hardest decisions in their life and to leave my siblings and I behind in the pursuit of the American dream. I am the youngest of 3 siblings. My parents considered their decision to migrate to the United States as one of the hardest yet most promising decisions they had made, aiming to give us a better quality of life and opportunities that they didn't have. As a first-generation immigrant in the United States, both of my parents experienced a dramatic culture shock. They did not speak English and were also undocumented. Hence, the only way to survive the basic needs, such as food, shelter, and clothing, was for both of my parents to work multiple low-paying jobs, starting at 6 a.m. and continuing until 9 p.m. daily, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The daily struggle changed our lives. But you know, it's not easy to think back and dwell on all of the negative experiences we've been through. Instead, I use these experiences to remind me to continue to be strong, to be resilient, and to push forward. I particularly admire my mother for being strong, determined, and having the courage and resiliency to be the woman that she is today. I can say that my mother's and our family struggles have shaped me into the person that I am today, and for that, I feel extremely blessed. The resiliency the women in my family have been through has enabled us to overcome all of the difficulties we have experienced. Remember, resiliency is not a constant. Resilience will change over time. At different stages of my life, there have been moments where I wanted to give up on everything. But then I'm reminded that in order to survive, we have to fall down. I am no exception to that. I've fallen and fallen so many times. We all have our own struggles. It's how we cope with these struggles and challenges that matters. La lucha sigue. The struggle continued, now as a young parent. I continue to experience many difficulties. I questioned whether or not I was a good parent. There was always days that I had very little money for food, diapers, and housing, but I never relied or applied for public assistance. Thankfully, I had my family's support. However, I constantly felt I was being stigmatized as I felt others were judging me and assuming that I was relying on welfare and food stamps to survive. I assumed they even questioned whether I knew what I was doing or if I would even graduate high school and accomplish anything in life. These were all real feelings of pain and fear. They were real. They were truly painful. The wounds inflicted by the typical stereotypes and stigma associated pregnant and parenting teens are very, very hurtful. The struggle continued. Now my life as a first-generation, non-traditional college student. I navigated multiple roles and worlds that many times contradicted my dreams and desire for a college education. I wanted to spend as much time with my daughter, but I also wanted to ensure that I was focusing on school while working full-time to provide a better future for her and for me. I had to remind myself that my success was her success. Navigating higher education wasn't easy, but I now share my educational experience with other young mothers, and in doing so, I hope that they feel empowered to be advocates and affirm their presence in spaces that are traditionally not meant or designed for them. My master's degree in organizational leadership and education, it's a homage to my parents, who through demonstrated acts of radical love and faith have demonstrated the tenacity, the passion, and hope needed to see through me the achievement of the American dream. Reflecting back, now 20 years ago, my master's thesis focused on research that suggests that getting pregnant can be a turning point for a young woman. Was that the case for you? Well, at age 16, getting pregnant was in fact a turning point in my life. As a result of my pregnancy, I refocused on school and my future, a future that will not only allow my daughter and I to thrive, but to excel. I realized that not attaining a college degree will limit my opportunities for a better quality of life. I realized that education was the only way out of poverty. I also felt a new sense of purpose and hope and embraced my motherhood. I learned the real meaning of true and unconditional love. I learned to value my mother's unconditional love. I learned to be independent, but also to know when to ask for help. At 18, I graduated high school, by the way, with high honors. At 18, I started college while working full-time at Felton Institute. At 19, I purchased my house. Yes, purchased my own house. Because I wanted to give my daughter a sense of stability. Thank you, Lord, for brightening my frontal part of the brain. At 25, I had accomplished what for many comes later. I became the director of one of the largest early care and education programs in the city. At 31, I already was running one of the largest divisions of Felton Institute. And now, at 38, I have a master's degree from the University of San Francisco and will soon be starting a doctoral program at San Francisco State University. And soon we'll be starting a doctoral program at San Francisco State University in educational leadership. Today, at 38, I can proudly say that I've managed to achieve high levels of personal, professional, and academic success despite the barriers and challenges arising from being a young parent. But my biggest definition of success are my daughters and the unconditional and radical love of my family. I'm fortunate to be in a space right now where I can look back and attribute many of my successes to my narrative of struggles, inherent strengths, and resiliency. Now, this didn't happen just because I got pregnant. It is because of the support without judgment or a deficit mindset that came from parents, administrators, teachers, counselors, and other community-based organizations. A young parent's success and the future of their children depend on our ability to create spaces that support them to meet their basic needs and develop their resiliency, strengths such as identity, sense of purpose, and social competence. This month, I also celebrate my 20-year anniversary with Felton Institute. Now I am the Division Director of Felton's Youth and Family Services, leading and driving the vision for the programs I was once a client of. Well, I've come full circle. In so many ways, I always come back full circle. I now celebrate a pivotal point in my life, affirming my identity as a teen mother, a living testimony of Felton's mission, and as a scholar. In my work now, I draw on my personal experiences as a client to guide my decisions in order to ensure that through community partnerships, Felton services have high impact and effectively address the unique needs of our young families. My commitment is in serving the needs and supporting the empowerment of marginalized communities through asset-based services that advocates for conditions in which everyone can thrive. Sí se puede. So now what? Where do you go from here? Some of you will continue to pursue higher education. Some of you may be undecided, while others will pursue new opportunities. Regardless of the direction that you go into, as a woman, a fearless mother, now you have the responsibility to play an active role in creating change in our communities and continue to pave the way for others, in particular, young mothers. Remember, as high school graduates, you will now have the opportunity to support and encourage others. Whether it's a peer who may be undecided about continuing school or someone who's just struggling with their classes. You can offer words of reassurance that will encourage and motivate them to continue. Today, you can be an inspiration to others facing similar challenges and barriers as we did. In closing, here's some advice. Although as young mothers, we have social disadvantages, high demands, and a ton of responsibilities, I would like to encourage you to capitalize on your resiliency, motivation, and aspirations to pursue and accomplish all of your dreams. Always remind yourself of your fears and draw on your personal experiences and resiliency to rise to the expectations. Be fearless. If I would have let my fear get in the way, now I would be looking back and saying, what if I tried? You don't want to have those regrets. Be bold. Look at challenges as opportunities. Stay involved. Practice giving back and paying it forward. Live by this every day to ensure that you share your struggles, knowledge, and extend your support to anyone who may be struggling. Be a mentor. In our communities, we have tremendous assets, resiliency, and an unyielding hope for a better future. The best that you can do is share your story. Everyone has one. You do. If someone would have ever told me that I would accomplish so much in such a short time, I would have never believed it. But with focus and determination, anything is possible. Anything. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to relive my high school graduation and share this moment with you and your loved ones. I want to wish you all much success in all your future endeavors. Congratulations, class of 2017.
Thank you, Johanna. And ladies and gentlemen who are standing still, I'm looking out at seats. You probably can't see them. There's plenty of seats over here. If you want to sit to get a good view, please welcome yourself into the community. We want to sit. Graduating class, we know each and every one of you. And I think the short message is, we know you, we care about your story, we care about you and your families going forward. So Johanna is here to remind us from 20 years journey that Hilltop School and the Felton Partnership, they're there for you as you go forward. And we really mean that, and we will live that out. Just cherish the idea of being able to see you again. And on that note, we're going to put some heart into the program at this moment. I'd like to call to the stage another Hilltop alumni, class of 2011, Nakia. Nakia Durden, please come. Nakia is a former employee of AmeriCorps. Currently, though, she's a senior supervisor at Horizon Institute. We know Nakia now as a colleague. She helps many inner-city kids get employment and is a mentor to many. Not only is she a strong professional, Nakia is an excellent mother to her son Matthew, who spent his first 6 years of life at the Family Development Center. This year will be a second grader at Fairmount Elementary School. I'd like to introduce Nakia Durden.
Hello everybody. I guess first and foremost, let's give another round of applause for the graduates.
You know they earned it. I'm a millennial, so I took my notes on my phone. I'm not supposed to say a lot, but you know, I think this is the 5th time that I've been called here to sing. I don't know why. But it's not because, you know, I don't know any of you personally, and I ain't finna Whitney Houston this microphone, so let's get that straight right now, all right? You're in for a treat. But, you know, 6 years ago, I was sitting on this stage. I graduated from Hilltop. I come back every year. And, you know, like, I don't know, we probably all have similar situations that we've been through. My son is 7 now. You know, I had a rough relationship with my child's father. I didn't have a lot of support from my family. You know, I was 17, living by myself. I was having panic attacks. I was crying. I was depressed. And, you know, for a really long time, as a Hilltop student, I was losing myself, you know. And I don't know if some of you guys can feel like sometimes it's hard when you're raising a person and you haven't even really been raised fully yourself, you know. So I just want to tell you, you know, before I get into this little song, that, you know, even though I don't know you personally, I'm extremely proud of you as young women of color, especially in this world right now, as young mothers. Like, you have the most difficult task ever to live and survive and raise a family. With this society telling you what you're supposed to be, who you can't be, and all of you today have asserted with this being on stage that you are amazing young people who are determined and capable and intelligent and intellectual and thoughtful, and you can be graduates and you can put your mind to something and finish it and raise beautiful people into this world. So I just want to let you know, that you're phenomenal. So one more round of applause. Okay. And then just some advice that I would give to you is, you know, when I first started at Hilltop, I used to come with my jacket zipped all the way up to my nose, looking at everybody like, you know, have my Timbs on, my jeans were hecka big at the bottom. And I was like, this place is hecka messy, this place is stupid, I don't want to be here, I know. But I stayed and I graduated and I love all of the staff, and I go back all the time and I text them, and some of them I like hang out with them and go to lunch with them, and they were like my biggest support system, being someone who didn't really have family to support me, you know. And even now I can bring my son, he's like, let's go to Hilltop, and you know, get little snacks and my pictures on the wall. So it's a family, and so whoever was supporting you and helping you here while you were trying to get onto this stage, don't let them go. Like, keep them in your life, because, you know, your family is not just who you're born into, it's who you create. And especially now, being young mothers and fathers. All right. And if you guys ever need any support, you know I'm popping. You can come holler at me. I'm on 17th and Trail, you know. I'm in the community, I'm in the hood, and I'm down for my people. All right? All right, you know what I'm saying? Okay. This song is dedicated to you. Hope I don't mess it up. They said you wouldn't make it so far, and ever since they said it, it's been hard. But never mind the night you had to cry, 'cause you will never let it go inside. You work real hard and you know exactly what you want and need, so believe, and you will never give up. You will reach your goals. Talk to your soul and say, I believe I can.
One more round of applause for one and all Nakia just talked about the future and believing. We have another staff member not able to be here, Diana Alvarez, unable to attend. She sends her deepest regards to all of the graduating class. She already did help each and every one of the people you see on stage prepare for post-secondary plans. Each student is registered to continue education at college next fall. Skyline, City College, San State, we're rolling on. We do want to thank a few individuals who are key to helping the graduates believe in college. Monica Roberts from Stechter College, our San Francisco State connection. And San Francisco City College this year is doing more than ever to connect to a real community in San Francisco, the Bridge. We really thank City College San Francisco. Nancy Vargas and Cynthia Overton, right there, came to school every day at the end of the spring term to be sure everyone was ready for Frisco Day and all of that. So without further ado, we're getting closer to the moment. I would like to call up a few people. I'd like to call up our English teacher of Hilltop, Miss Bissa Zamboni, and Ruth Hammonds. I promised Ruth she wouldn't have to make a speech today. We already did do a full honoring of Ruth during African American History Month at Hilltop, because Ruth was around from the beginning. We call her our founder in 1968. There were only a few educators in San Francisco that were strong enough to say that there should be a program for young mothers and fathers. Ruth is one of the pioneers. She also is my mentor and almost my mother. She's my mom since my mom's has passed. Ruth, honored standard of care. She is the person that has created the standard of care that we have at Hilltop now. Her motto to me always was to treat every person with respect. That way it's easier to demand respect for yourself. And we at Hilltop find that every day. She did do so much to found the program, but she also came by earlier in the springtime and said she would like to donate some money for what we are calling the Ruth Hammonds Award. This is a surprise to the graduates because they're unaware there are awards, but today we are starting the new tradition of the Ruth Hammonds Award. And this award goes to a young woman who's excelling in mathematics, as Ruth always did. And we didn't need hidden figures to tell us that. We already know that it's an important thing. And the award for the Ruth Hammonds Award 2017, please stand when you hear your name, goes to Latajane Jones. Take over for the next award.
Hi everybody, my name is Bissa Zamboni and I'm the English teacher at Hilltop. What an amazing day we're having today. It's so awesome for me to see these seniors up here, and it's really an honor to get to talk a little bit about scholarships today. But like so many of us gathered here today, I feel privileged to know these young women and men who've put their love and attention into doing the best for their children. They've all demonstrated academic talent while they've blossomed into student mothers. This year, we read a memoir that was entitled The Other Westmore. And the author, Westmore, asserts that each day we make a series of decisions that determine the ways in which we live our lives. These can include small decisions such as what to wear and what to eat for breakfast, or involve larger daily decisions such as the decision to go to school or the decision to complete homework assignments on time or to graduate from high school. I added that part. Today, you, the Hilltop graduating class of 2017, demonstrate your commitment to making good decisions for yourselves, for your family, and for our community. Thank you for making that decision. We celebrate your growth. We hope that you will continue to embrace opportunities to learn and to create community. You will teach others by your example. You are roses growing from concrete. I'm honored to recognize several students whose extraordinary efforts during high school have earned them scholarships intended to boost their entry and completion of college. The Latin American Teachers Association recognized 2 young women with scholarships at a dinner dance 2 weeks ago. Please stand, Guadalupe Flores and Lisette Gonzalez. They were chosen from a field of 124 Latina applicants. In just 2 days, 3 more graduates will be among the only 18 San Francisco Unified graduates awarded Mason scholarships. This highly competitive award is open to any student graduating from the SFUSD this year, which means that thousands of students applied or were eligible, and 3 of our students have won this award. Please stand, Guadalupe Flores, Laika Manlangit, and Jacqueline Duran. Today, and we look forward to your college graduation one day, and please invite me. And then this year, thanks to generous donations of several anonymous community donors, we've established another new award at Hilltop, the Educator's Promise Award. One student who has shown through her actions that she's willing to teach others how to embrace opportunities to learn by her example is being awarded the Educator's Promise Award. We are confident that given the chance to study, this young woman will persist in her education, and we hope to make this an annual award for many Hilltop graduates in the future. And so if anybody in the community feels like making a contribution for next year, you can let me know. I'll be available right after the ceremony. The inaugural Educator's Promise Award is going to Ms. Lisette Gonzalez. You'll be able to pick up your award later in the week. Thank you to all of you out there in the audience who've supported these young student parents. I know that when pushed, they can really achieve great things. They're smart women who have bright visions for the future of San Francisco, and I look forward to seeing what each one of them does. I'm really proud of all of them. I'm really so proud of you guys. You did it. Way to go. Awesome. Give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Miss. Congratulations to the award winners. As Ms. Emily said, we will contact with Lata and with Mason about the further award ceremonies, and also at Thursday we have the annual Hilltop picnic, and our 2 new winners will receive their monetary award that day. All right, we are very close to this moment we've all been waiting for. We do want to sort of pull everybody together a little bit. We also want to not forget to mention, especially for the help on the scholarship awards, and our other key partner would be 5 Keys and someone like Joe Duran. I think I see him here. We're really happy that they were able to help in helping these young women go to college, because they also will need to get by. It's not just financial aid. They'll need to get by during the time that they're going to study, so it's every little bit helps. We will need a few people to the stage, so we're calling now Elisa Villaforte, Rosara Diaz from TAP, Linda, who's right here behind me. Gather ourselves gathering a little bit. So, what we're going to do is have the graduates come to cross the stage and accept their diploma. What is traditional is that the young women would like their children to cross the stage with them. So how we're going to manage that is when you see your loved ones stand, would someone in their family bring the child right down there? You'll see out to the stage left, the man in a bow tie, an orange shirt, Giants colors, is Mr. Flanagan will help you get the child or grandchild to the stage across, and then it's probably a good idea that they exit again. It gets really pretty hard up here with all the children. So we'd really like, will the first row please stand? So if your student is standing, please bring the child down.
Ha llegado el momento de presentar los diplomas. Cuando menciono el nombre de la alumna, por favor, solo una persona o familiar puede traer al niño o niña al escenario a este lado, por favor. Gracias.
No, you need to, you stay here. Let me hold the box. Just give me the box.
First, Mercedes Amezcua.
Thank you, family and friends, for being a great support and kept me motivated. And Hilltop has become a second home to me. We build a strong community. Thank you.
Luz Aranda.
Le quiero dar gracias especialmente a mi familia por siempre apoyarme durante todos estos años que he tratado de graduarme, que han sido muy difíciles. También le quiero dar gracias a mi novio René por también apoyarme en todo. A Rainbow Room por siempre cuidar de mi hija y especialmente a Patty por siempre estar al pendiente de ella y en todo. Muchas gracias.
Serena Cisneros.
I have faced trials and tribulations just to get to where I am today. I want to thank a lot of people, but first I want to thank God and my mother and my father and my stepfather. For never giving up on me and always showing me tough love. Because of you guys, I'm the woman I am today and where I am. I love you guys and forever thankful. To my Aunt Travera and Cortez and Gonzalez and the rest of the family who all came, y'all always had my back and supported me. Thank you. Mad love for y'all. To my siblings and nieces and nephews, I made it. Thank you for fighting with me since day one. I'ma say this one and enjoy it. You guys are always right. Thank you to my home health nurses, I have two. And TAP and everyone at Hilltop and FDC. We are all really like a family. You've all supported me through all the struggle. I appreciate every single one of you guys. To my baby's father, Brandon Gagnon, if you're here, I want you to know I love you and thankful for all the life lessons you made me grow up and do everything on my own. I forgive you. I accepted everything. Most important, I appreciate every little thing you've done and your family's done for mine. Though things didn't work out as I planned, I wish you nothing but the best. You're the main reason why I got to finish school. You've always supported me to follow my dreams, and look, I did it for my daughter. Now it's your turn. To my baby girl, Ariel, no, mommy will always strive for the best for us, even if it gets tough. I love you. No, we will always have God with us. To my 93-year-old great-grandmother who's here with us today, I honor you. For allowing me to work and help take care of you. It has allowed me to know what I want to pursue as a career. We love you with all our heart, Grandma. To my grandpa who passed away, this is also for you. I'm taking our family summer, breaking generational curses. I love you and miss you. Wish you were here. Thank you, everyone. I finally made it! This is all for you, Ariel, Elizabeth Rose, Gagnon.
Jacqueline Duran.
Solamente quiero decir gracias.
Está grabando desde hace una hora.
Por estar aquí. Y a mi familia que me apoyó siempre en todo momento. Los amo mucho, gracias.
Guadalupe Flores.
Solo quiero agradecer a toda mi familia
mamá, pero me pido de testigo. Es mi mamá.
González.
Le quiero dar gracias a mis padres por siempre apoyarme y a mi novio, a mis hermanas y gracias. And I also want to thank my teachers, especially Miss Ambodi, that thank you for all your support, Miss Charm, Miss Keen, thank you, all Tab, thank you.
Mary Carmen Guzman.
I just want to give thank you to my parents for always being there, and for my son for always waiting for me at home when I'm at school. No.
Ademaris Herrera.
Hello guys. I never had a father. And the only person who cared for me today is not here. Because she's a single mother. And she's working today. Thank you, Mom, for everything, for all the lessons, for all the screams. You taught me how to become a good mother, and I'm still learning. Even though no one taught you how to be a mother, you taught me the best you could, and you still provide for us, even if it gets hard for me. You're still pushing me to turn in my essays right now, even though college is hard. You're still there. And to my daughter, I love you, and this is for you.
Jessica Infante.
I want to say thank you to my mom, Rainbow, hey chicas, Miss Ken, all of you guys, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be standing right here right now.
Thank you. I love you guys.
Tata Jones.
They asked me when I was gonna go back to school, y'all. They should have asked me what was my graduation date. They thought I was gonna drop out. But girl, you cussed me out. But you always there for me, Nanny, and I really do love you and I appreciate you.
Sister, baby girl, I love you so much. And I'm so grateful that I got you, baby girl. I don't like it, but we made this Christmas. And I love you so much. Thank you, everybody that helped me. I really do appreciate y'all.
Laika Manlangi.
I want to thank my family again and Hilltop for every single thing and daycare. See you guys soon. Thank you.
Will the second row of graduates please stand? Families, will you bring your child, the child infant to the stage?
Andrea Ortiz Monroy. Andrea's baby is a week old. Congratulations. He came just in time.
Yo quiero agradecer a Dios en primer lugar por darme la oportunidad de estar aquí. Quiero agradecer a mi mamá por siempre estar conmigo y a mi papá por siempre apoyarme. Yo estoy muy agradecida.
Daisy Rodriguez.
Son gemelos, ¿no? Ya.
Primeramente quiero dar gracias a Dios por la oportunidad que me dio de ya terminar mi high school. Me agradezco a mi hermano también, a mis dos hermanos que me están apoyando, mis cuñadas y principalmente a mi esposo que desde que yo vine estaba apoyándome siempre, y mis hijos porque ellos son el soporte que ayudan a mi vida a seguir adelante. Y también quiero agradecer a mi mamá. Ella no está aquí, pero te quiero dar las gracias por sus consejos. Thank you, Hilltop, por toda su ayuda.
Wendy Rodriguez.
Hi. Primero quiero agradecer a Dios por darme la oportunidad de terminar la escuela y a mi niño porque él es mi motor para salir adelante, y a mi pareja que ha estado en todas las... Cuando lo necesito, él siempre está ahí. Y thank you Hilltop, thank you Top, thank you for holding me, and thank you.
Gabby Sanchez.
Well, my baby's on the way, so. But I want to say thanks to my family and my boyfriend who supported me and believed in me. Thank you.
Jasmine Serrano.
First and foremost, I want to say thank you to my mama. Okay, she did everything for me. Everything was over there. When I was over there out in these streets, being bad, going to jail. Shout out my P.O. Miss Owens. All that. Alright, and I shout out her, all my chosen family, and Gladys, all that tough love. Ooh, girl. Man. And then Therese for being my good support system. The whole time I was pregnant. Y'all the real ones. Y'all the real ones,
Inez Vasquez.
make it. My boyfriend for pushing me every day to go to school. And to show him every day that I made it, that he can make it too when he grows up. Thank you.
Finally, Maisani Zapata.
I'm recording everything now, but I record the whole thing. Yeah.
Primero que nada, le quería agradecer a mi mamá por estar aquí en este momento y por siempre apoyarme. A mi hermana, a mi hermanito, le quiero agradecer a mi papá. Yo sé que él no pudo estar aquí, pero le agradezco por poder darme todo lo que yo necesito con mi hijo. Y vengo agradeciendo también a Dios por darme esta oportunidad de estar aquí y no puedo creer que lo hice. Gracias.
And now introducing Rosada Diaz, who will be presenting the GED certificates. Rosada is a supervisor at TAP, Teenage Parenting Program.
We're almost there, guys, home stretch. My name is Rosaura Diaz. I'm the program director of TAP and the Young Family Resource Center. We provide a lot of parenting education and a lot of services for our young families, not only of Hilltop, but the broader community of San Francisco. I want to thank First Five in San Francisco, who is one of our funders who allows this work to happen. My favorite service that we provide young families is our general education preparation program, because it provides an opportunity for these young parents to prepare for their future career and college goals. Every graduate that's going to cross the stage has plans to go to college this fall. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge that all of our students work full-time and come to our Young Family Resource Center 2 times a week. And it isn't easy to work a long day and to come and persist and take the time to prepare yourself for that next step in your academic journey. So with that said, I'm just going to call the names of the graduates. And I also just want to thank you all for being here today. And I want to thank Hilltop and SFUSD for allowing us to be at this stage as well. Lilia del Carmen de Saelis.
Pues quiero agradecer a mis hijos, a mi esposo, a la que cuidó a mi hijo, a la maestra Sara que me ayudó, a Aide que me ha ayudado demasiado, y a todos los del TAP. Gracias.
Leticia Maribel Espejo.
amigas que siempre estuvieron ahí para apoyarme y decirme que sí puedo. Que sí puedo hacer las cosas, que no importa la edad que yo tenga, siempre cuando quiera, tenga ganas, si yo puedo.
Glenda Beatriz Cifuentes.
Buenos días, gracias a todos por estar aquí. Yo primero quiero dar gracias a Dios por haberme permitido lograr una meta más en mi vida y pedir que no sea la última. Tengo muchos propósitos para mi vida en adelante y pedir que se cumplan. Y gracias a mi familia que están aquí conmigo, son mis 2 hijos y mi pareja. Y gracias a los de Hilltop por haberme ayudado y seguirme ayudando con mis sueños que se hagan realidad. Gracias.
Pedro Lacuyo.
Es el único.
First, I want to say thanks God because there is another God of my life. Second, I want to say thanks to my family, thanks to my mom, thanks Sarah. Thank you, Aiden, because you push me all the time. I know Francisco is not here, but thanks to him too. Thank you, and congratulations, class 2017.
Last but not least, Daisy Moreno.
Wow. Emigrar a este país sola ha sido difícil. Pero estar aquí hoy me hace darme cuenta que somos capaces de hacer grandes cosas por sí solos. Y aprovechen ustedes que tienen el apoyo de sus papás, de su familia, para seguir adelante. Gracias a Hilltop, por todo su apoyo. Sin ustedes no estuviera aquí. Y adelante a seguirle más. Que este solo es el comienzo de una larga pero satisfactoria trayectoria. Gracias.
Graduates, you may sit.
Can we give our graduating class of 2017 another round of applause? Hello, my name is Leslie White, and I am the Special Education Resource Specialist teacher here at Hilltop. At this time, it is my pleasure to bring back one more time Miss Joanna Quiros to the stage. Joanna will present a special recognition award this morning. Joanna.
Hello again. Well, we have 2 more graduates. Is that a surprise?
Yes, we do. Come on stage, Miss Pat and Linda. These ladies have dedicated their life to Hilltop High School and the young pregnant and parenting community. And they deserve a special recognition for their over 20 years of service. I wanted to, on behalf of Felton Institute, I wanted to recognize Pat Keene and Linda Raskin for all of their years of service. As I said, it's over 20, what is it, I lost count, 25? I've been part of those for 20. It's an honor to have, Pat was actually my teacher when I was at Hilltop, and Linda has always been there to support. And it's an honor to now, and a privilege to have the opportunity to now be colleagues. And I wanted to, on behalf of Felton Institute, present to them a little something, but it's just an honor and for their dedication and years of service recognition. In case you didn't know, they're retiring this year, and this is their last graduation on stage. Can we stand up and give them a round of applause? I am saddened to see them go, but they're gonna enjoy their retirement. I want to be there one day soon. Can the class sit? And I did say that they're graduating, right? So now we have
Yes, we also wanted to give our thanks and appreciation to Linda and Pat for all their years of service at Hilltop and for San Francisco Unified. They are amazing, and we are blessed beyond measure to have them as part of our community.
Linda Raskin and Patricia Keene. Thank you so much for being a living, breathing example of what it means to be compassionate, to be strong, to be caring, to be relentless, to be kind, to be resilient, but most importantly, thank you for showing us how to be selfless. There's no way we could repay you for the indelible mark that you left on not only the Hilltop community, but myself and everyone in this room and the community at large. But as a staff, what we want you to know is that we vow to keep your legacies going, and we vow to continue to water the beautiful roses of Hilltop. We love you, we thank you, and we're gonna miss you. And here is a small token of our appreciation from your loving staff. We love you.
So, yes, I like to talk. We have one more thing. Since you all are graduating today, we have something for you. Each of the students and the staff of Hilltop and TAP and Felton have signed your cap and gowns.
2017. Thank you for all that you've done, Pat and Linda. I am truly blessed to be part of this journey with all of you. But congratulations.
And we have one more presentation for you, which the girls are going to do in a shocking event from Google Drive. It's from Google Life. Thank you for your patience. This is going out to you, Linda and Mrs. Kean.
Hello, I am Serena Cisneros. And I am Jackie Duran. We are presenting a poem that expresses the sentiments of the class of 2017, along with feelings we are sure we share with many other graduates from the past. Dear Linda and Miss Kean, thank you, Linda. Thank you, Miss Kean, for all the support. I really feel like you were my counselor. Thank you for everything, for all the help and support. Thank you for being a mentor for me, Miss Kean. You were like a second mom to me. Thank you, Linda, for always checking up on me when I was absent. Thanks for making us feel so welcomed. Thank you for everything. Thank you for helping us. Congrats on your second high school graduation, aka today. Miss Kean, thank you for always keeping it real.
Miss Linda, you always say good morning to everyone. I love watching you go back and forth with those big boxes. Thank you for ordering everything for our school. Gracias por ser tan linda. Thank you both for always checking up on me. Thank you, Miss Kian. You are the best. Thank you, Miss Kian, for looking out for me through the struggle. We will miss you. I wish you the best. I wish you lots of love and healthiness. I hope you have a good life.
We cherish you both so much. Thank you.
Because you know my mom, and you brought me flowers, and you really didn't have to. And thank you, Miss Linda, because you called me when you answer all my phone calls. I'm trying to leave, girl. And you know, I really love you. Thank you. Can you please find the pictures of my mom when she graduated? Okay.
Words just can't express it. We're not going to take time on ourselves. It's been my honor to stand at your side this year, every year for, almost 30 years, I suppose. But it really has been an honor to just be in the crossroads when people are going through and just treat them with respect, and you will always get it back.
Thank you so much for honoring Patsy and myself. We've always worked as a team, and it's only fitting that we leave together. But you'll always be in our hearts, Hilltop Community TAP. A lot of years have gone by, but you've always kept us very young. Thank you.
Will the graduating class please rise? Turn your tassels right to left.
This year is flowers blooming, and something that we added was flowers and roses stemming from the concrete. because of what these women have been through, and because of the hardship that they face on an everyday basis that we can't even imagine. So their end dance is them spreading their leaves and actually blossoming from the concrete. So in the beginning, there is a little groove part, and you can groove with us because we're going to be on stage grooving, right? But yeah, just make sure you recognize what's happening because they're blossoming now. Right? Music.